Dr. Paul Farmer arrived in a small jet airplane Friday night, loaded with medical supplies and a team of doctors that Haiti desperately needs.
I've never seen anything like this, so I've never seen a disaster of this magnitude, personally.
No one has. And though Dr. Farmer has been working in the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere for 25 years, treating patients and training doctors, nothing could have prepared him for devastation like this.
How much more can Haiti take? A few years ago, 3 hurricanes and a tropical storm in a short period of time. Now this?
I mean, it seems to me entirely unfair that so much misfortune be visited on one place, and that's how the Haitians feel, too.
Dr. Mark Hyman of Lenox, Massachusetts, was one of the doctors on board who headed straight to Port-au-Prince's General Hospital.
Est-ce que vous êtes capable?
Dr. Hyman came to Haiti with his wife, Pierre Boutin, his father-in-law, Georges Boutin, both orthopedic surgeons. The earthquake had seriously damaged the largest hospital in the country. There were no Haitian doctors or nurses, just them and the 2 nurses who came with them to treat hundreds of seriously injured people.
You've got a headlamp on in the middle of a courtyard, pretending to be a hospital. What kind of medicine is this?
It's what we have to do right now. There's no lights, there's no electricity, there's a generator that sometimes goes on. We are working at the bare minimum. And anything we do, they appreciate.
I wasn't sure there if you were smiling or crying. I couldn't tell.
It's a little bit of both. Because on the one hand, I feel like I'm here and I'm doing something. On the other hand, it's just heart-wrenching. I'm going to get back to work.
We ran into Dr. Hyman outside. He insisted that we come with him to see how a street just next to the hospital had been turned into something that he said resembled a Holocaust.
They brought him here to the hospital and collected them to bury them, or...
How many?
You'll see, hundreds.
What are you doing here with these trucks?
They're just moving bodies. You see the bodies.
There are bodies in there?
Those are bodies. Those are bodies. Those are bodies. It's the most tragic thing you've ever seen. This smell is just overwhelming. And the just bloating. They've been rotting in the sun and the heat for 3-4 days. There will be hundreds of bodies collected from the streets. These are people with families and people with homes are just completely lost. It's overwhelming.
Why have us see this?
I wanted to see this because I think the world needs to know that this is going on and they need to help and not go about their lives in blindness and just ignorance.
And where do they go from here?
I think they're burying in the mass graves, and just amazing.
Mass graves?
Mass graves.
No chance for families to grieve?
They're just trying to deal with the public health issues. You can't have rotting corpses all over the city, and there's not enough people and resources to sort of actually bury these people in a way they should be buried, with honor and prayer.
You guys will stay in touch with me?
The next morning, they were still working.
This is the largest hospital in Port-au-Prince in Haiti. Where are the nurses? Where are the doctors? Where are the local? Maybe they've died. Maybe they've been caught in the rubble. Maybe they're with their families.
They scavenged for supplies
for the little kids, yeah, okay?
to treat all the victims who were still waiting.
We did over 100, and there's at least that many that are critical. There's at least 100 that are critical right now that I need to bring to the operating room.
And the doctors had to improvise often.
Behind us, your colleague is using a hacksaw to cut off a child's leg.
That's right.
Is that medicine?
Sure. I mean, it is.
Forgive me, but this looks like Civil War medicine.
It is. There's no electricity. We have flashlights we're operating with. We have instruments that are rusty.
Rusty?
Rusted instruments, yeah. We have saws that are basically hacksaws that are not surgical saws that we found around. We're sterilizing them, using them for amputations, or doing whatever we can. You just do what you got to do, and there's nothing else you can do without losing life. So we're just doing the best we can.
And you ran out of alcohol at some point today?
We had none. I mean, we had like a little bit. We were sort of, using it bit by bit to try to sterilize the instruments, and we just got 3 little bottles of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and we're trying to get some more. But that's the first priority. We can do without water, but we need alcohol.
Someone we know just bought you a bottle of vodka.
Vodka works. We can't use rubbing alcohol. We use vodka, rum, whatever we can use. We've got to try to do the best we can. There's no other way to sterilize the instruments.
The airport is packed with all kinds of supplies.
It's not getting here. But it's a bottleneck. And there's to break down the infrastructure. So we know there's supplies. There are planes that are in hold in the air. There are planes in San Domingo full of supplies. There's trucks full of it. We've coordinated. We've been coordinating all morning, but we're doing the next thing. We just have to do the next thing.
Even the 82nd Airborne had to circle Haiti's already overburdened airport for 5 hours.
Control tower. Control tower, be advised, 606 to Juliet, runway 108.
All right, tell them to proceed inbound to about a 20-mile final and hold at 10,000 feet.
And once on the ground, they had no transportation. They were not able to go out in support of a UN mission to deliver food and water until yesterday. Their captain says their rifles are not loaded, and they left their helmets and body armor behind. He wants to show the Haitians they're only here to help.
Where are we going to distribute? Here?
No. Inside the stadium.
We're going to carry it in the stadium?
Yes.
Okay.
Follow me, please.
The aid distribution took place at the National Stadium, where 3,500 people have been living since the quake. Until Saturday, there had been very little food and almost no water.
All right, we're going to start unloading, and once we start unloading, we're going to file people through one at a time.
Captain Mike Anderson is a West Point graduate.
What's the game plan going forward? There's some expectation on the ground that the longer people go without food and water and proper shelter, that tempers may flare.
The only thing we can do is go back when we're done with here and ask for the next mission, and that's what we're going to do.
You'll be doing this over and over again for the next several weeks.
As long as it takes, we'll do it over and over again.
Berlinda Olivier, a Haitian American, takes special pride in her unit's mission.
And your first deployment is to your parents' homeland.
Yes.
What do you make of that?
It's bittersweet.
How do the people react to you when they hear you speak to them in the native tongue?
They love it. They feel like I'm part of their family. They love the fact that I'm wearing a uniform and I'm in service. They're asking me to do right by them, and because I'm Haitian, they want me to speak with them and have a little understanding of who I am, and so I could understand who they are.
You're smiling.
I am smiling because they make me smile. Like, they know that I'm Haitian, and they're like, "Thank you so much. Thank you. You're doing a good job. Thank you."
Captain Anderson expects his unit to be in Haiti for months.
I mean, it's hard to organize chaos, and that's what the state we're in right now is trying to create order from chaos.
And it's going to be a monumental task.
Do all these people live in this town? Are they from here?
No, they're from all over, you know.
Maurice Panette Kadar, a former government minister, gave us a sense of the scale of the problem in Port-au-Prince.
All around here, we had most of government offices. You have the National Palace here, the Ministry of Finance, and here you have the Internal Revenue. It's a very important office.
This was the tax office for the
This is the
Haiti.
tax office for Haiti. That's the general tax office. This is a huge catastrophe, you know, and I know a lot of people, you know, that are...
They're buried here.
Yes, that they are buried here. Not very far from here, you have the Palace of Justice that also collapsed, the Ministry of Finance,